or curb side of the parking lot so that I can see it when it's coming by these trees and get it down lower quicker for the landing. I'm expecting to have a pretty decent flight, and I brought a second no matter what the weather's doing. And let's get some flying done. It's been a long week. Hope you guys are happy that it's Friday night too. And happy to see the weekend. All right. Arm the motor. Everything set up. All right, let's do this. Woo! She didn't want to sit down at first. So flaps and the wheels are up now. And this plane has hit those trees right there, so that's another reason to be down here so I can see where they are and not hit them. And there is a lot of wind today, so that's about half throttle into the wind. She's flying good. Pushed it down early and it did a weird roll, didn't it? There, I got it on the right keel. Going with the wind, it's pretty zippy at half throttle. I do have the new Ovonic 2200 milliamp with the 25cc discharge rating. I've been looking at servos to put in the Slick 540 so that I can get that thing flying. I would sure love to get a nice successful flight with it still this year. I'm looking at some Savox SC, I think they're 251. They got a 6-volt rating with like 188 inch ounce or something like that. They're really strong. What I have been looking at is Hi-Tech D645M MW, I think. It's a metal gear, high torque, and I don't think they're rated quite as high. Did I say 180 on the Savox? Anyways, I think the Savox is 222 inch ounce torque and 180 something for the Hi-Tech. So either one of them would be plenty for the Slick. And they're right around $40. I do need 2 for the elevator, 1 for the rudder, and 2 for the ailerons. And then I think for the throttle I could just stay with the cheap. I got HD Power HD servos in there, the 20 kgs or whatever they call them. They don't center well, and I think that's my whole problem that I was having with the I was having trouble with the elevator where it wouldn't go straight. It was either diving or climbing. It wouldn't do one or the other. Or it wouldn't stay level for me at all. Pretty much no matter what I did, I could slow the engine down and it still didn't want to sit level. It was always doing something. So I'm going to change out all the servos with a higher grade servo, and we'll see how it does. The Mustang's flying along just great. Oh, there it kind of drifted in the wind. The radio is getting ready to tell me that I've flown 5 minutes already. And like I said, I got the LiPo alarm in there to let me know when I get to the right amount of time. So I never really paid much attention to it, and then Nate Nabby did a video on it, and I sure am glad that I started doing it, because it does give me a lot longer flight times. And if you're into this hobby, especially if you've been in it for a while, and you used to fly nitroplanes, you might have got used to flying 15 or 20 minutes at a time, and you pick up a electric plane and set the timer to 5 minutes, you just feel like you're just starting. So I flew nitro planes for probably, let's see, I started flying RC 35 years ago, something like that, and flew nitro almost that whole time. Mostly the 0.4 cubic inch engines. Flew a lot of OS, Thunder Tiger. There was a K and B. We had all kinds. Enya. Although I think the Enya nitro engine that we had was a 60.6 cubic inch engine. It was a very powerful motor. I used to have a 60 size ugly stick it was a full-on red with the Iron Cross paint scheme. I still have the plane. It's in pretty bad shape. I was at a Fun Fly, and I was flying inverted about that high right there, and it was early in the morning, maybe this high, and it was early in the morning, or almost, I don't know, sometime between early morning and noon, so maybe mid morning. And anyways, the sun just happened to be right there, and I lost it in the sun and kind of got that whole solar flare type thing going on in my eyes, and I lost track of it, and it went straight into the ground. Before I knew it, I was moving pretty fast inverted, probably about that fast right there, and it don't take long at all when you're going a little bit fast inverted. And so, yeah, the firewall's all busted up. I mean, most of the structure is still there. That's why I keep holding on to it, because I did this probably 20 years ago, and it's just sitting in my shop. This is good practice to fly inverted a bunch. I do like flying inverted and pushing on the stick when you should be pulling, and as long as you're not trying to mix in the rudder, you're just doing push for the elevator, and working the ailerons work exactly the same. So I can do this all day as long as I don't mess with that rudder. And I don't usually use a rudder. I'm almost all bank and yank type flying, and I think I heard the LiPo alarm. Well, maybe not. I got it set on 3.5 because it didn't seem like this little foam airplane puts quite the strain on the battery that the bigger ones do. So I thought I would just set it on 3.5, and that looked cool. A little lean to it and curving around right in front of me. She is handling wonderful even in, I mean, it's a little stronger wind than I'm used to. I'm feeling pretty good being Friday, you know. And I'm glad I brought another battery because, oh, there I hear it. We'll throw down the flaps and landing gear. We'll see how smooth of a landing we can get here. I got the motor all the way off. Oh, look at that. Maybe I got the flaps just right now. Of course, I do have a little bit of wind helping me out. A lot of fun today. You guys like my videos? Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I hate for you to miss it live. I do always go back and read the chat, so I always see your guys' comments. And I always forget to say hi to everybody out there watching live. And I do appreciate all the comments that people, when they go back and watch the replay, appreciate every one of those supportive comments. And as always, I'm Gary, and I just got here.